weekend edition. So school is out for many students or wrapping up for others in the next few weeks, and parents are probably looking for various camps to send their kids to for the summer. Several organizations and individuals in the community have developed a unique day camp for deaf and hard of hearing youth, and here to tell us more about the upcoming Deaf Children's Day Camp is co-founder Heather Zimmerman. Thanks so much for coming in.
No problem, and thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Now tell us, how did you all come up with the idea? I know you're the co-founder, I think also with Naomi.
Yes.
Tell us how you guys came up with the idea for having this Deaf Children's Day Camp.
Well, actually this idea has been brewing for about 2 years, and when I went away for college, I was taking some classes at GCC in the beginning, and I learned about something called brain drain, how a lot of the youth of Guam go off island, get educated, and then stay there in the US or abroad, and then they don't come back and give back to the island. So all the knowledge stays somewhere else. So I really wanted to give back to the island, and now that I finished up my college, I wanted to come back and give back in a unique way. And one thing that I noticed with the deaf community, we don't have a lot of opportunities for kids during camp or different activities in the summer. There's a lot of summer school, but not a lot of other fun activities that we have. So, and even other camps, there's no interpreters. So I wanted to see if I could help be part of the solution instead of the problem. So we really just were looking at what are the options, and about 2 years ago I thought deaf camp, because I've been working at different camps for about 3 years in the States and abroad in the Philippines, and I thought, hey, Guam should have its own deaf camp. And you know, we've decided to start small with a day camp, and that's where DCDC just became DCDC.
Okay. Now tell us what you were studying in college that's helping you run this camp.
So I was studying ASL interpreting, so that's American Sign Language interpreting, and I minored in art. So I've become fluent in ASL, and actually I studied 2 years at GCC, and that's where I started learning ASL and had a passion for sign language and got connected with the deaf community and wanted to get more qualified in it, so I went off island to pursue more education. So.
Now, we don't often hear about or hear a lot about what's happening in the deaf community. Are there a lot of people on Guam who are hard of hearing?
Yeah, there is actually a fair community that is hard of hearing and deaf, and they just have jobs like everyone else and are just, you know, plugging along like everyone else on Guam. And there's a lot of deaf kids, and it's great for them to have an opportunity to just have a camp just geared for them.
Now tell us about the camp. When is it running? I know it starts next week.
Right.
And tell us what they'll be doing, the mission of the camp, everything.
Definitely. So camp starts June 6th through the 10th, and it starts at 8:15 in the morning, and it will run up till about 5. But we're going to pick, it's actually in Southern Christian Academy, so we're going to pick kids up if they need a ride, because I know it's kind of a drive for some folks. So if people can drop their kids off at Rick Nanetti's tennis court, we can pick them up and we'll take them down and drop them back off at 5 p.m. So 7:15 we'll pick them up and drop them off at 5 p.m.
Now let's talk also about the specially trained individuals.
Right.
You all have individuals who will meet any of the needs of the campers.
Right. Both of my co-founder and I, Naomi Webster, we're highly trained in ASL interpreting and communication. We've been working with children for several years. My co-founder, she's been working with children for more than 8 years as a nanny and just at camps and everything. So we're highly skilled in what we're starting, and a day camp is just a perfect way to start out.
Now, space is limited. How can people register?
People can register either online by emailing us at dcdcguam or at gmail.com, or they can, some of the flyers are at the schools, PC Lujan and Agada Johnson, so they can pick up a flyer there and fill out the registration form and bring it on the first day of camp. And they can bring it to Rick Nanetti's tennis court if they're gonna ride the bus there, or they can go straight to Southern Christian Academy.
Okay. Now, what kind of activities will the kids be participating in?
Right. So we have a lot of different activities planned. We're going to have deaf art, deaf Olympics, and deaf literature.
Wow.
Because deaf culture, the deaf community have all three of those things, and a lot of times deaf kids aren't able to get to know about those things until later in life. So we really want to expose them to what the global deaf community is doing and what deaf people in the past have done and famous deaf people around the world have done, so that they can just realize their potential and see and just get inspired to do the same or even better.
Okay, and then what should kids bring with them if they want to join?
Right. For the first day of camp, we're just asking kids to come with closed-toe shoes and also with their swim gear, because we're going to be like running around a lot, and then we're also close to the beach, so we're going to swim every day, so they need to have supplies for that. They also need to pack a lunch, but Oasis Empowerment Center has generously offered to provide a snack every single day, and also they're going to be providing liquids to keep everyone hydrated, because we know how hot the sun can get. So
And also pack some sunscreen too.
yes,
I'm sure.
definitely sunscreen and a hat if they want a hat, you know. But the most important thing is the appropriate shoe attire and swim clothes and a towel.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit earlier too about just how you all have been able to put this together.
Right.
Now this is a free camp. I think
This is a non-for-profit camp. It's to give back to the island, and we just want the kids to come and enjoy themselves and just really just kick up the summer on a good note.
Okay. Anything else that you'd like to share about this camp that you want to send out there to the public?
I just want, well, we have free t-shirts for all the campers, so with the word inspire on it, because we really want these kids to be inspired to chase their dreams and to just go forth into the community and do what they can do best as a deaf individual. And we want to thank Oasis Empowerment Center for their support. We want to thank Zion Fellowship for their support, and Southern Christian Academy.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and we wish you the best, and appreciate people like you in the community that are willing to come back from off island and give back to the community as well. So God bless you for that.